Hello and welcome to another episode of The Framework of Tomorrow. Today I'm going to be talking about our favorite times in history. I have two guests on today. Both Michael Chermak and Myles Lienke. Did I say that right? Yes.
Yes.
Myles is, of course, the host of Myles Down the Road.
BRCM Daily.
No.
Yeah.
And Mike is
We
the host.
switched podcasts, don't you know?
Mike Down the Road.
Mike's Down the Road.
That works.
BRCM Daily. Before we get into our episode today, I want to talk about our sponsor here on the show and on the network, Myles Lienke, or as you know, if you've been listening, the Minnesota
The
Nurse.
Minnesota Nurse.
Mike, would you like to give the ad roll?
Do you want me to?
Yes.
She has an Instagram that you should definitely check out. You might be the person who brings her to 4,000 followers. She's at like 3,900 and something right now.
Holy cow.
But she does giveaways, and do you know about the giveaway that she's doing right now?
I do not.
You don't? Yeah, you do. You have to follow all of the Rally Network accounts.
Oh, yes, of course I know.
And that is her parting gift to us, because we're not going to be working with her soon.
Sad.
Because Myles is joining the network. I told her that.
What?
And
She's
what
like,
happened?
I'm not doing this
I'm not-
anymore,
yeah.
dude.
She
I'm
goes,
totally-
I hate him.
Yeah. I'm totally
so that's-
joking, but she actually is not. We're not going to be doing our classic, the Minnesota Nurse things anymore.
Soon.
But she's giving away $100, just straight up $100 if you do this, if you participate in this. So check it out, Instagram, the Minnesota Nurse.
Yes.
Make $100. Come on.
And then
Make
follow all of
$100 less after taxes.
I've gotten so many followers from this.
I am doing a giveaway
So many giveaways.
on my Instagram. Unironically, I didn't know she was doing this until I was doing this. This is my 500 downloads giveaway. I've got to 500, and it's just going to be $15 to anywhere you want. Anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere you want. You just DM me where you want it, and I'll send you either like an gift card, or if I know you, I'll give you a gift card to that place. I still haven't made that post on Instagram, but
You're announcing it right now.
I am announcing it right now.
Can you be like Ben Shapiro and be like, also, I have a new book.
Also, I have a new book. You should go check me out.
2 more days to get a signed copy. Definitely get that, folks. Okay.
Definitely get that. All right. So now,
Our favorite times in history.
our favorite times in history. So we are going to be talking about why, like our favorite times in history, why we like it so much, and yeah, which one's the best out of three of us,
And then our favorite ice cream.
and our favorite ice cream.
Okay. My favorite time in history is 20 minutes ago when we were eating baby food. Check out that episode on BRCM Daily.
That's
That
your
actually
favorite?
happened. Except we recorded these. Here's some insight for everyone. We did my episode for today, Keegan's episode for today, and then Myles' episode for yesterday.
We haven't done mine yet.
But we haven't done
we're
it
doing
yet,
that
but
after,
that's
yeah.
so confusing.
There's lots of recording going on today. Very exciting. So yes, Mike, what is your favorite time period in history, and why?
Dude, the 1770s.
1770s? What exactly was going on in 1770s?
So there were these dudes. They made this place called Chaz, and they made like this country, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. Do you not know what I'm referencing?
1770?
Called Chaz, but then they changed it to Chop later.
Right.
Dude, the U.S. became
Chaz?
yes, yeah, officially in 1772.
Not just in Seattle. Or was this is in Portland or Seattle?
That was in Seattle, Washington.
Right.
There's been autonomous zone garbage all over the place. I just like the creation of the U.S. That's my favorite time in history.
So like 1600s-ish. Or 1500s when they were coming in, or more when it was
When they
official?
were like signing everything, yeah.
Okay, so 1600s.
Basically, when Alexander Hamilton was alive, that time
Basically,
period.
Alexander Hamilton.
I swear,
coolest.
if any of you say Hamilton one more time, I'm leaving.
Hamilton.
I have had it with that stupid play.
Dude, you just convinced. I finally have a way to get you out of here, dude. The studio.
Yeah.
I personally
You've
don't
been
know
waiting
anything
for
about
weeks.
Yeah. I'm like,
Alexander
what's my out, dude?
But
I will now spend the next 10 minutes saying Hamilton
Oh,
over and over and over again.
Okay,
To
I'll
get Myles up.
change what I say. If you start singing the songs, I'll strangle you with
I
these
wish
headphone
Zoe
cords.
was in the room where
Okay.
it happened.
You're dying.
Wait, is that actually a song from it?
Yeah, I know. Myles was like, "What is that?" When we hung out last time, I started
Yeah.
singing that. He's like, "What is that stupid song you keep singing?" I'm like, "It's from Hamilton."
Yeah. Oh, and I was at my parents' house, and
They were watching it.
they were watching it, and my mom made me watch like multiple. Whenever the King was singing,
Oh yeah.
all of those, and it's the one on Disney Plus. It was awful.
Yeah?
I hated it. It was the worst experience of my life.
Did they call out Mike Pence and like yell at him? That's
What?
Contro. That's Contro.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be
Well,
talking
wasn't it
about
Mike
that.
Pence and
His
um,
wife?
Well, as long as we don't
no,
give our
and-
opinion, right?
And
Oh, I
what's
know what
his
you're
name?
talking about.
Yeah, I won't give my opinion.
Wasn't it the creator of the play too? they
No,
called out?
it was. Mike
is
Pence
his name?
went and saw it.
Yes.
Oh.
You told me this when we were in the car.
And then
that
like
made
at
me laugh.
halftime or something, they're like, we don't agree with everyone here. Like whoever was performing.
Mike Pence said that.
No,
Oh.
Mike Pence was sitting in the audience. He paid to go see it. And
Yeah.
they came out there like, we don't agree with everyone in this audience. And that's all they said. And everyone's like, okay, he paid to
kidding
see
me?
your thing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to give him a speech.
That's so sad.
Hey.
It came to that point.
That's what other people said, not me. Okay?
That's sad. It's came to that point in the United States when people have to say that.
Yeah.
because
It's
they-
the founding of the U.S.
so
and that's the
dumb,
vice
yeah.
president. Anyways,
What do you?
It's not the
what do you-
founding of the U.S. It's
not
a
what we're
stupid
talking about.
play. Anyway, yeah. So
I gotta
sorry.
reroute. Yeah.
That was all my fault.
That's my favorite time period. I'm one of the believers that the U.S. is like the best country ever. I also feel very humbled and extremely lucky to be here. I understand that our situation is as good as it gets, and everyone that
true.
lives here. So yeah, I don't sit here. I'm not one of the people who's like, I fight for this country. I deserve to be here. All this
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
It's like I don't deserve. No one deserves to have this kind of a life.
We're blessed to be here.
Very blessed. Yeah, to eat baby food and just
Yeah.
do what we want. You know,
No one wants to talk about American privilege.
dude, we are privileged people.
We are. Everyone is.
The
The
Privileged
three of us white
Podcast
guys.
Privilege.
organization. That would be the PPP.
Have you heard of the PPP?
Welcome
Hello,
to the
would
PPP
you
Podcast.
like to join the PPP? No one would take you seriously.
But yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on my thoughts, or we're just
On
thinking?
the creation of America. That's your favorite
Yeah.
time period.
hmm
And wait, what
Is
did
it in
you
your
say-
top
Did
10?
you say why it was?
It was the creation of what I believe to be the best country. Excuse me, country ever.
It's a little self-absorbed, but
That
okay.
that is actually
I'm
like
just
I believe that,
I'm
dude.
just kidding.
I believe it, and I did this too. Right? Like if it wasn't for me, no America. If it wasn't
Yeah,
for BRCM,
yeah, of course.
that's actually like the second, I think, in my list.
your top 10.
My top 10. Yeah.
Mhm. What's yours?
My first one?
Yeah.
The
Should I start
building
first
of the
one?
Mall of
Okay,
America.
So my first one was actually in the early 1900s. That is my favorite time period personally because I love the music, I love the values of the time, and I kind of just like what was going on in the world during that time. But specifically the values. I really, really, really liked the values during that time period when it was very like family oriented, and there was just like they were a lot more tough skinned than a lot of people are today.
Truth
What are you
hurts.
trying to say? That everyone's little snowflakes or something? What are you trying to say, Keegan?
He's
Maybe a
talking to
little
you, dude. He was looking at you when he said that. It's like there's some losers out there, dude. And-
Michael starts like crying. He's like,
no.
Yeah, I'm not sensitive. What do you say?
He's like, could you guys sit closer together so I can look at both of you, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some major losers living in this
Yeah.
country.
maybe a little bit.
What happened in 1903 that you like, the early 1900s?
1903 specifically?
The invention of the assembly line.
Oh, you know what? My favorite thing in 1900s was the invention of the assembly line.
Yeah, dude.
Right, that was actually
Wait,
Ford.
Henry Ford?
Yeah.
Who hates a
Yeah.
certain people group? What are you trying to say, Keegan?
Hey,
Whoa! I already,
Keegan, no, we can't believe
I
that.
already did an episode on Ford. It's called Ford is the Future.
So I can
Go and check
say?
it out.
Can I say the J word?
No,
The what?
I can't say that.
of course you can say the J word.
The J word.
Oh,
What am
Jews.
I? Oh, yep.
Henry
yep,
Ford
that's
is like
right. I forgot
super
about
not
that.
liking Jews. But
I can't remember if I said that in my episode. Probably not, but yeah, it's.
you're like, some things happened.
I'm just gonna take everything you say and just derail
Just
it and
derail it.
say,
That's kind of
well,
what
you're a
been doing.
hateful bigot.
That's kind of what's happening.
That is
Yeah.
true though. The assembly line was a very good part because that created the 40-hour, or not the 40-hour, the
Henry Ford,
the assembly lines,
the 5-day.
the 5-day workday. Was that
Work
what it
week,
was? Or
yeah.
work week? Yeah, work day.
Yeah.
I work 5 days a day.
You work 5 days a week. I work 5 days a day.
So that was a very good part in creating work ethic and stuff like that.
Yeah,
mean,
I just
kind
try
of
and
set
make
the
everything
standard.
about Ford, dude. That's
That's a good thing. The Ford Bronco. That's a good.
Yeah,
I know,
you said-
dude. We could do a whole episode. We should, honestly.
should.
So you like the early 1900s?
Yes.
That's your
Yeah,
fave?
because of the values and like the Jew hating and stuff like that. Yeah,
No.
because there was a value to hate Jews.
Quite the
right?
opposite. In the early 1900s,
Keegan's
they were
grandma
doing
listening
quite
to
the
this.
opposite.
Keegan's grandma listening
I
to
guess
this,
that was
like,
in,
who is that guy?
That was in the 30s, but
No,
there was
you-
very opposite things.
No, he said Henry Ford,
Happened.
and those are the values.
There was a
He
whole
hates
war over
Jews.
that, Miles. Did you know?
Yeah, well, that's a good segue into my favorite.
Dude, you pull down like one of the world map
Yeah.
things, but it's like a
Like, did you know
slideshow.
what was going on in Europe during this
Yeah.
time? So right here we have Germany.
That's one of my favorite times is Nazi Germany. Actually, no, just kidding.
Literally,
No, that's not
Keegan,
mine.
this would be, if we weren't rolling right now, this is what Keegan would do. He'd say, whatever you believe about Henry Ford, he produced the most Jeeps in World War II fighting against the Germans who were doing bad things to the Jews. Okay, Miles? And then you would be like, I'm so sorry, Keegan, you're so smart. And
I'm sorry, you just owned me.
dude, you had an owning liberals moment earlier, by the way.
Yeah, I was in the.
I went the
truck and
wrong way to go to Target, and he owned me, dude. I was so embarrassed.
I said, "Where are we going?" He goes, "Target." I said,
You're
"Oh, the
like,
one
it's
over
that
here?"
way. And I was like, no, it's not.
You could say Mike missed the target.
Keegan, your podcast is canceled.
Good. Hey, listen, I'm just practicing for my dad jokes one day. You never know. What?
So your
Wait,
girlfriend is
dude.
pregnant.
Dad jokes, baby food.
What's happening?
No, I
Mrs.
didn't
Gold
get it.
Farm,
This is
I need you on the phone right now, okay? Immediately get here ASAP.
Something's wrong with your son.
He's having these cravings.
craving.
For babies.
Top 10 times Keegan's been scared. Number 1.
When Keegan found out that he was pregnant.
And he wanted to eat his baby.
Wait, no, we don't.
Hang on.
That's not a.
We
Okay.
don't condone baby eating.
In Rally Network.
No,
yeah.
no, we
Rally
don't.
Network. We might on Framework of Tomorrow, but not on Rally Network.
Dude, to bring it back to your point, the early 1900s were awesome. We
They
keep
were.
derailing you, dude.
And the music. Did I talk about the music? I love the music.
Please talk about music.
Swing jazz. That's all I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Although that was not super early 1900s. I mean, it was. It was before the 50s.
Yeah.
So,
We had our fair share of listening to that at work this summer.
yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. We did. Lots of swing jazz.
Okay, Miles.
All right.
Speak to us.
Miles, speak to
Okay.
us.
There's a specific month, a good old good
It's
old
all
year.
the way down to the month?
Yeah, there's a good old year 2001 in September. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Your third birthday?
Yeah, September 11th, 2001. That's my birthday.
Oh, no.
Did
No,
you just
anyway.
make a 9/11 joke?
I did.
Dude.
That's all right. It's a history.
No, you said your
podcast,
favorite
so
point in
it's all
time,
right.
and that's literally. Oh, that's what your podcast is about? History?
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea. I don't listen to your I don't listen to anyone's
Miles.
podcast. I'm so
I
sorry.
saw
I
Miles.
probably should have informed him on my.
Miles was eating these brownies or something, and he put powdered sugar on them, he said.
Ah.
And I was like, what is that? And he says, don't worry about it, man.
I said, shut up, shut up, shut up.
So, if everyone's wondering what's up with him,
Yeah, what's wrong with me?
That's what's going on.
that's what's wrong.
Yes.
Okay. So what is actually your favorite?
Actually,
time
I
of
would
year?
I could narrow it down to a year probably.
Oh wow.
Is 1985.
Yeah.
1985.
Actually-
Back to the Future.
See, he already knows.
Oh.
I would say like 84 to 85, you know, both of those years are really good for music and for movies. There's like a lot of good movies that came out in both those years.
What is
And
it?
it's like, what?
Oh, sorry. Continue.
I don't know. It was just we were at a high point culturally,
That's true.
I think.
We really were. What is your absolute favorite part to come out of the 1984 and 85?
This is probably predictable, but I really like the Replacements albums that came out in those years. In 84, it was an album called Let It Be, and that one's really good. And then 85 is an album called Tim, and those are my two favorite albums by them, I think.
So music was definitely, I think if anyone thinks about the 80s, they think about music because that's a big thing that happened in the 80s. And I think it's kind of cool that music was kind of cultivating our culture during that time, which I think we should do again.
Is it time, dude?
I think it's time.
Well, there's no unity in music nowadays. That's the thing.
So sad.
Music's really crappy nowadays, I think.
Well, no, there's disunity. Like we don't all like something or someone.
And that's what I mean. That's what I just said. Is I think it's crappy.
Oh, that's what crappy means? I thought you meant it's just not fun to listen to.
Oh, I feel like a lot of new stuff to me is not fun to listen to. But that goes back to what you're saying about the unity.
Yeah. Right, because all three of us probably really want to hear different things.
Yeah.
And so that's a product of technology.
Yeah.
So it's definitely our fault. Like we let that happen, but that's a good idea, Keegan. Is like we could unite around some type of music.
It was a product of technology though in the 80s as well though.
Yeah.
But it was
true.
It just wasn't as advanced. Like you didn't have Spotify Preem.
Or when people think about 80s music, they think about the hits, of that year, and I hate 80s hits.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like
I'm an 80s
We
guy.
Didn't Start the Fire?
No, I hate it.
I don't like that song either.
So you don't like the hits, but do you like the bands?
The
big bands that were going on?
No.
No?
No.
Rip.
Yeah, so sorry.
So Myles is on a different string here.
Oh, okay.
He's like, music should just be good again, and Keegan's like, we should unite around music again.
Yeah, make music good again.
Go. Debate.
There needs to be a musical revolution in the United States.
Myles, go. You have 5 seconds.
Music needs to be good.
Keegan, round 2. Rebuttal.
Actually, there wasn't musical.
Actually, music doesn't exist.
Music is a social construct.
There was actually unity. Europe and United States had lots of fights, and that's where the Beach Boys came out of.
Dude, do you know speed debating? Have you heard of this?
Speed debating?
Yeah.
Is that Ben Shapiro's?
Yes. You have to look this up.
Are you serious?
They write these giant debate points, and they read them as fast as they can. So they have like 2 minutes, and they'll read like a ton of words.
cow.
So they talk like this. You got to see this. They're like, "Come stand before you, make it full of wonder and fear. Come behold his power and glory, yet with confidence draw near. For the one who holds the heavens commands the stars above." And then they do the next person.
I bet Keegan could do it faster. Keegan, go.
I can't see the piece of paper.
Do it faster without looking at it.
No. Okay, so mine was early 1900s. Yours was the early
just
colonial
when the
times.
U.S. was made.
United States. Okay, so late 1600s, right? Because that's when everything was signed and stuff.
1776.
Oh wait, you're right. That would have been more 1700s.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Right. And then Myles was
You can just stretch it out the 80s.
The 80s.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All of ours are the U.S. That's so funny. Yeah.
I thought about that. I was like, and none of them were a time period before the 1500s. I was gonna originally say like the medieval times. I guess if there was a time period I could go back to, it would be the early 1900s. But I guess my favorite is the early 1900s. But I do also love
Keegan, would you like to go back in time and be a cowboy?
That'd be amazing.
A Wild West hero?
That would be sick.
It's a Wild West hero, ELO.
Except there was a lot of diseases going on.
Yeah, but you get to be a cowboy and have a gun and a hat, and you look cool.
There were only like a couple dozen shootouts in the Wild West. It's so funny. Like if you look at the facts, there's like none. There's like less than nowadays.
There should have been more.
Dude, I was reading about rabies in the U.S. before there was like a shot for it and stuff. And this is really dark. I can't believe I'm just bringing this up. But people were so scared of having it and like giving it to their family that they would just kill themselves if they thought they had any of the symptoms.
I think a good way to end that is just don't get bit by animals. I think that's
Idiots.
I think we could just like
No, here's a good way to end it. There's only 2 rabies deaths every year in the U.S. on average.
Yeah.
More people.
Where there used to be like in India, there's like 20,000 or something every year.
I mean, we've kind of there's like buildings all around us, so we're not surrounded by that kind of wildlife.
Except for the raccoon in this room right now. Do you see him?
What the? God!
Get him, dude! Give him the baby food.
Get him!
It's like the scene from Elf. You're like, hey, do you need a hug?
Dude, did he get his shot after that?
I don't know. He's gonna die.
Will Ferrell.
All right, so always at the end of my episodes, I have a random history fact of the day. So today's random history fact of the day is, did you know it was actually illegal to in the early
He's turning into a seal.
in the early colonial times, it was illegal to not grow hemp if you were a farmer. Not grow hemp. If you didn't grow hemp in the colonial times in America.
Yeah, I think we should go back to that. Yeah. Just saying.
It was
no reason.
illegal because they would use hemp. Hemp can be used as like a lot of different things, but primarily what they used it for back in the day was for rope. And they needed so much rope in the early colonial times.
Rope.
Yeah.
Wink.
They need
That was so awesome joke, dude. I actually loved that so much. I laughed. Okay, I'm actually laughing now because this is funny.
They needed the rope.
Rope. Hemp is good for many purposes.
It is. I can do a whole episode on it. You know,
UNW, dude, the Eagle's Nest at Northwestern, University of Northwestern, sold hemp bars for a good amount of time my freshman year.
Hemp is very good. Sadly, it got banned in the 20s with the ban of marijuana, which what's the word? Didn't mean to ban I can't talk.
The baby food
is this like... how your podcast is normally? Because I feel like I'm ruining it.
No.
We ruined it, dude. His podcast is so good.
What was I saying? Oh, early...
They should have just banned
1920s.
Marijuana and not hemp.
Yeah, hemp seeds actually destroy marijuana plants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they kill them. They will dump hemp seeds over, like, places they think people are growing to kill them. And hemp can be used as hemp oil. It could be...
Bricks, dude.
Bricks. It can be used as fiberglass for... you could build, like, car things with it. Like,
I didn't know
the
that.
shell of cars.
And then
Make
wafer
bricks,
bars.
cars, doors, windows.
It can replace cotton, like cotton
Yes,
clothing,
I know that one.
stuff like that. It would get rid of all of our problem with, destroying trees because it grows in, like, 3 months and produces the same amount it would take for, like, 10 years or something.
Dude, the future is bamboo and
Bamboo
hemp.
and hemp. That is what it is. Like,
hemp?
That's
hemp
the
and more
podcast,
hemp.
dude. Bamboo and hemp.
Bamboo and hemp.
Okay, anyways.
Anyway, so yes, that was my random history fact today. It is illegal. It was illegal to not grow hemp if you were a farmer in the early colonial times. Thank you so much for listening to The Framework of Tomorrow. Once again, thank you so much to my guests, Mike from BRCM Daily. Go check that out. And Myles from Myles Down the Road. Go and check that out. Are you on everything?
I'm on Spotify and SoundCloud.
Okay.
I think for sure.
Go to SoundCloud.
Go to SoundCloud for him, and then go to Apple for Mike and rate him 5 stars.
You
and
don't want
rate
people
me
to go
5
see,
stars if you're listening to Apple as well, because it helps us. You're not on Apple, are you?
No, I'm not on Apple yet.
Okay. So don't go to his thing on Apple because it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Don't go to mine because it's a miles down the road to a dead end.
To a dead end. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Apple. So yeah, go rate us 5 stars or anything. Gives us traffic. It helps. And make sure to check me out at The Framework of Tomorrow on Instagram. If you have any thoughts or questions, DM me there. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. Mike keeps looking at me.
No, we need to... You want me to say? It's just another good joke.
Oh, no.
Another awful joke.
I rate all of his jokes 5-star.
Okay.
Not on Apple Podcasts, though.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to check out my next episode on Monday, and make sure to have a great rest of your day, and tune in next week for another fantastic episode of The Framework of Tomorrow.